There are several other intriguing aspects and developments in the case of the Springfield Three that have emerged over the years, as well as some ongoing theories that continue to capture public interest. 1. Theories of a witness or stranger abduction. Some theories suggest that the women were abducted by someone they didn't know, possibly a stranger. A notable theory involves a witness who reported seeing a suspicious man near the house around the time of the disappearance. This man, described as being of medium build and wearing a hat, has never been fully identified or connected to the case. 2. Possible connection to other disappearances. Springfield, Missouri, has had a history of unsolved disappearances and violent crimes, leading some to believe that the Springfield Three might be part of a broader pattern of abductions or murders in the area. One example is the disappearance of Angela Blunt, who went missing in 1991, just a year before the Springfield Three. While there has been no definitive connection between these cases, the proximity of time and location has made people wonder if a serial abductor or killer was involved. 3. The role of the Internet and popular media. In recent years, the case has gained new attention through online true crime communities, social media, and podcasts. The mystery has become a fixture in popular culture, with many amateur sleuths sharing their own theories about the case. The power of the Internet to generate leads or reframe cold cases has led to renewed interest in the Springfield Three, but unfortunately, no breakthrough has yet emerged. 4. Robert Craig Cox's involvement. Robert Craig Cox is still one of the most discussed figures in the case. He was a former convicted felon and prime suspect in the 1990s. Cox had a history of violent behavior and was living in Springfield at the time of the disappearances. Some of his statements during questioning have been chilling. For instance, he once told a reporter, "I know what happened to them, but I'm not going to say." This, combined with his criminal background, made him a person of interest for years. Despite being questioned and even imprisoned for unrelated crimes, Cox was never charged with the disappearances. In 2007, Cox was again questioned, but there was still no solid evidence to link him to the case. 5. The last moments. The last known moments of the three women are somewhat detailed through the accounts of friends and family. Suzanne Streeter had attended a graduation party on June 6, 1992, before heading to Cheryl's house. Stacy McCall was reportedly dropped off by a friend at around 2 a.m. the morning of June 7, and Suzanne had also returned home shortly after. A neighbor, who was one of the last people to speak with Cheryl Levitt, mentioned that there was no indication anything was amiss. The fact that no one heard any screams or signs of violence is puzzling, especially since the house was next to an apartment complex, which would typically be noisy. 6. Theories around a botched kidnapping. Some investigators believe that the case could involve an attempted kidnapping or robbery, which went wrong. One possible angle is that someone entered the home with the intention of robbing the house and, when discovered, decided to abduct the women in an attempt to cover up their crime. However, this theory hasn't been supported by any hard evidence. 7. Psychic and paranormal involvement. Over the years, the case has attracted the attention of psychic investigators, some of whom claim to have insights into the location of the women. One psychic suggested that the women were buried under an overpass, though no physical evidence was ever found to support such claims. While paranormal theories are often dismissed in criminal investigations, the continued mystery surrounding the case has kept the door open for a variety of speculative possibilities. 8. The voices in the walls theory. Some amateur sleuths have proposed a theory that suggests the women were kidnapped and hidden inside the walls of the house itself. This theory arises from the idea that, since there were no signs of forced entry, the women may have been held captive in a hidden space before being taken away, possibly to be murdered later. While it's an eerie suggestion, this has never been substantiated with physical evidence. 9. Physical evidence. While a lot of theories have circulated, there has been very little physical evidence found at the scene or in connection with the case. No DNA or fingerprints have been linked to any suspect, and the women's bodies have never been discovered. A few items, such as Suzanne's purse, were left behind at the home, but otherwise, it appeared that the house was undisturbed. 10. The continuing investigation. In recent years, the Springfield Police Department has continued to revisit the case. They have occasionally released new information or asked for public help through media campaigns, but no substantial new leads have been discovered. They also maintain that they are actively working with federal agencies, including the FBI, on the case, though any new developments have been kept under wraps. Conclusion. The case of the Springfield 3 is one of the most frustrating and enduring mysteries in the world of unsolved true crime. The lack of definitive evidence, the odd circumstances surrounding their disappearances, and the many possible theories have kept the public interested for more than 3 decades. It's a case where every new lead is met with hope, but nothing has provided the closure that family and friends have been waiting for. Despite all the theories and investigations, the true identity of the person responsible for the disappearances of Cheryl Levitt, Suzanne Streeter, and Stacy McCall remains a haunting mystery, and the case continues to be a cold one, unresolved to this day.